Lee.
We are very privileged to have these four talented writers with us today. I've asked them to share a little bit about their process and the inspiration behind their writing. Please join me in giving a warm Actors Studio welcome to Tooppil Bhaasi, Athol Fugard, Lorraine Hansberry, and Tennessee Williams. Okay, who wants to start?
I'll start.
Great. Mr. Williams.
Just call me Tennessee. First, let me say how wonderful it is to be here with the three of you. I saw a raisin in the sun, and I've been dying to meet you, Lorraine. Brilliant.
Thank you. But the privilege is mine. You're the Pulitzer Prize winner in this group.
That and a token will get me a ride on a subway. Never trust the accolades of a fickle public. I honestly think these New York critics are conspiring to kill me.
You're Americans, and your obsession with notoriety. My government put a bounty on my head of 1,000 rubles. Huh? I don't write for praise. I write for change.
I believe we're all writing to affect some kind of change.
Oh, forgive me. I wasn't trying to
None
offend.
taken.
Change. In my naivete, I believed I could change.
So you've given up and decided to be cynical?
Being cynical is not an option in India. We either work hard and believe, or we starve.
My father and mother also believed that hard work brought about change.
A born activist?
And proud of it.
And what about you, Fugard? You're being very quiet.
I definitely wasn't born an activist, but I was born into apartheid.
Born into privilege. Huh?
Privilege comes with accountability.
Try sharing that message here with your white American cousins.
I am a white American.
Need I say more?
Athol, share a little of your story with us. There may be some of us here who don't know what's going on in South Africa.
Well, I'm sure that most of you are familiar with the South African apartheid, but I believe that because you have something similar here in America called the Jim Crow laws. Trust me, apartheid is worse. 2 years ago, I broke the law. I co-wrote a play where a white and a black actor were on stage at the same time. And then to make matters worse, I performed in that play.
The Blood Knot. I heard about it. Groundbreaking.
What happened?
I became a black man.
You still look white to me.
Well, the government stripped me of my white privileges. They put me under surveillance and made it illegal for me to publish my plays in South Africa.
Ah, they made you a communist too.
Hey, don't say that word too loud around here. They've tried blacklisting me once already.
Blacklist? Please, try to be black.
I think I'd rather be black in America. You Westerners, you are so obsessed with pigmentation. In India, yeah, we all look the same, but we still find ways to oppress each other.
Bhaasi, you have had tremendous success in India. Your audiences are made up of common folk, people who I would never expect to see theater. How do you do it?
It is simple. We bring the theater to the people, huh? and we make them a part of the production.
You make your audiences a part of your production?
Yes. Our plays are immersive, interactive.
Interactive? How do you direct the audience, control the dialogues?
Sometimes we don't.
In Tennessee, we don't all have the luxury to be as poetic as you, nor the time to be as subtle as you are, Lorraine. You two paint with words that tantalize the intellects of your educated audiences, but Bhaasi and I must translate our plays into a vernacular that's easy to understand by a majority of people who can't even read. And then, in that vernacular, to do our best, we have to do our best to enlighten them.
I've read a couple of your plays. In fact, one's opening off Broadway next month. Your writing is anything but unscholarly.
The Blood Knot was written for both black and white audiences, but if you were to come to the Snake Pit and see the Serpent players, you would need a translator.
Snake Pit?
Yes, our first theater was in the snake pit at a zoo.
Snakes. I hate snakes. Were they on the stage? Never mind, I don't want to know.
A play in a zoo sounds very animalistic and ironic.
Everything can't be about sex, Tennessee.
Speak for yourself.
Okay.
Why? All my life people have been trying to censor me. I may not be fighting government oppression the same way as you three, but I hate hypocrisy. McCarthy is threatening me with the lavender law, while J. Edgar Hoover is dressing up like a woman and having sex with young boys in Washington, D.C. And please, don't get me started on Roy Cohn, that queen.
Let's stay on top.
Talking about government hypocrisy is staying on topic. Exposing hypocrisy is one of the threads that connect the four of us. I was with James Baldwin last May at the White House, meeting with President Kennedy. We tried to talk to him about civil rights in America. He had the nerve to say to us that race relations is not an American priority. I lost my temper, said my piece, and walked out.
One of the reasons apartheid is so strong in South Africa is because of the support that they get from the American government and the American corporations.
Yes, when we gained our independence from England, you Americans were nowhere to be found. You wanted nothing to do with it. A country full of poor brown people. But now, now that we're leaning towards communism and socialism, oh, you address us as if you are high and superior with your democracy.
But Tennessee, if Broadway has turned its back on you, then why don't you do what Bhaasi and I are doing and bring the plays to the people directly?
He's right. There are plenty of repertory theater companies that would be honored to debut your new play. Take this dismal season in your life and the experiences you learned from it and turn it into something glorious.
Beauty for ashes.
Beauty for ashes? I'm not familiar with this term.
I believe it's from the Bible.
It's my mother was a very religious woman, and the phrase is from one of her favorite scriptures.
Isaiah chapter 63, verse 1. To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness.
I like that. It sums up our collective work as writers, huh?
Yes, that out of our trauma and the painful experiences, we write and we use theater to bear witness to the truth.
Lorraine, perhaps you and I can collaborate on a community theater project together.
I'd love to, but I don't think I'll be here.
Where are you going?
Yes, please tell us, Lorena. Are you leaving the country? I remember reading about this trip, your trip to Uruguay. That was very powerful. What can we expect from you in the future?
Guys, one of you can take that question. I don't want to talk about my future.
Come on now, we're all being transparent here.
I won't be here because I'm dying. The doctors say I've only have a few months left if I'm lucky.
You don't look sick, right?
Today's a good day, believe me. I treasure the good days. Pancreatic cancer, stage 4. There's no more that can be done.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I've made peace with it. I've got my house in order. Tennessee, I still want you to consider doing one of your plays in community theater. Like it or not, you're as much as the activist as the rest of us.
Yes, try acting in one of your own plays.
Oh.
I do it all the time. I find it to be very therapeutic.
When I played Morris in The Blood Knot, it transformed me inside. I can't explain it, but becoming the character was a much more richer experience than actually writing it.
Who knows? You might be transformed from writer into politician. I could see you running for mayor of New York City.
Oh my, that would be the day. we have a better chance of seeing a black man become president of the U.S. or South Africa.
I'm so sorry, but we are running out of time. I hate to cut this short. And thank you all for agreeing to share with us. Let's give our guests a round of applause.